Hi, welcome back to my channel. It is Monday. Mondays are good for resets, refreshes, and just a fresh start for the beginning of the week. Let's have a quick conversation about last week and the 3 words that have been stuck in my spirit. And I heard them again this morning when I was listening to Sarah Jakes. So let's talk about these 3 words and how amazing they are. I'm going to go through them one at a time so that we can break them down and we can share them separately if I need to, because I think sometimes you need to shift. So, the first word we're going to talk about is perspective. Kingdom perspective and human perspective. Perspective is not just how you see things, right? It's how God allows you to interpret what you're going through. Isaiah 55:8 says, "Your thoughts are not my thoughts." Everyone is individuals and are having individual experiences. So how God is letting you see something may not be how someone else is seeing it. And let's, go a little deeper, and then I'm going to try to make it brief. I try to keep my videos under 10 minutes, but let's, break it down just a little bit more. Perspective can determine your peace. And when I say that, I mean that 2 people can be going through the exact same thing at the exact same time and be having 2 different experiences. When someone else is like, why is this happening to me? A lot of times I'm like, God, what are you doing through me? And what do you want me to see? What do you want me to learn from this situation? And having those moments of going, okay, God, this is a bit much, but I am here. I'm here to learn from it. So what do you want me to learn from this situation? And the crazy thing is that, like, if we go Bible, right? If we go Bible and we talk about perspectives, the one that everyone should take from, the most serious one that everyone should take from is Job. Job lost everything. God took it out. Now, I'm not asking to be Job. You understand? Don't take it from me, God. But even though he lost it all, he never lost his view of God. All of that meant nothing to him if he had God. Let's keep it moving. One more thing about perspective. If the enemy can't destroy you, he'll try to distort your perspective. Let's keep moving. Second thing we're going to talk about is faith. Faith is trusting without evidence. Faith is not a feeling. It's a decision to trust God even when nothing around you makes sense. One more time. Faith is not a feeling. Faith is a decision to trust God even when nothing makes sense. Now, Hebrews 11:1. Now, faith is the substance of things hoped for and unseen. It's what is hoped for, right? People are always like, step out on faith and do this in faith. I'm going to encourage y'all to go watch a sermon when we're done. I might tag that sermon because it was so good. It was so spot on. It was so terrifyingly good. Okay, so faith. Let's talk about faith. I named my daughter Faith. I love God so much. I have so much faith in the Lord. Faith is obedience before confirmation. Faith is movement before clarity. Faith is trust before results. I can give you a few situations in my life where I had to have faith, or I would have stayed stuck. But God allows me to, walk up the staircase when it's dark, because I know he's up there. So if you're a business owner, right? I want you to have that faith to start that business with no clients. Have that faith if you're in a relationship or if you want to say no without feeling uncomfortable. Saying no takes faith. A lot of people don't realize that. They think, oh, it's just a word. But saying no is one of those things that you gotta be like, you know what? This does not serve me. This does not serve God. No. It's okay. Oh. Faith is also walking away without knowing what is next. Faith is walking away without knowing what's next. I've done that quite a few times in my life. I have said, you know what? I am going to leave because this does not serve me. This bothers my spirit. This bothers my soul. And I just can't be here. And one thing I learned about God is when I tell God I'm uncomfortable, he'll be like, well, Cassie, baby, you can't stay if you're uncomfortable. If you're uncomfortable, Cassie, baby, you cannot stay. And he makes me leave. Let me tell you one more thing about faith, and then we're going to move on. We're going to move on to the last word. Faith doesn't eliminate fear. It overrides it. One more time for the people in the back that didn't hear it. Faith does not eliminate fear. It overrides it. Trust God more than your fears. Fear is not of God. Fear does not come from God. Okay, I'm sorry. We're going to move on. We're going to move to the last word, which is suddenly. The speed that God does things. Sarah Jake said something today, which prompted this video in a lot of ways. People see suddenly. They don't see the momentum that was building up to suddenly. Like, they don't see what's going on in the background and make it look like suddenly, but God is that kind of God, right? They don't see what your Father is doing in the background, and then boom, suddenly. God suddenly is not random. It's not luck. It's not overnight success. God suddenly is the result of hidden obedience, private prayers, consistency when nobody watching, when the cameras are off, when it's you and God, it's you and the shawl, the prayer shawl, it's you on the fast. It's you fasting from everything, including social media. You can fast from social media. It's okay. That's one of them. And that's where that suddenly comes from. What people see is suddenly. They're not seeing what's going on in the background and how much you prayed and you told God thank you and you welcome God in and you let God lead. I know sometimes, even as me, it's so hard sometimes to just remove my hand and let God lead. But I'm in that season where I'm like, if God's not leading it, I don't want to be in it. Oh, man. People will call it sudden, but they didn't see what God was doing behind the scenes. They would say it's sudden. And I'm going to say this for someone who's in their waiting season. I'm in a waiting season, and that's why I can say this to you. I am in a waiting season, and the waiting season can be so hard. God will do in a moment what took you years to prepare for. Just get ready and be comfortable in that waiting season. It's hard, and it's come from somebody who had to be comfortable in that waiting season. It's okay to be comfortable in that waiting season. Now, your perspective will either align with God or keep you stuck in confusion. Your faith will require you to move before you understand. And your suddenly, don't worry, it's coming. Your suddenly is built on everything that you've been doing in private. Don't rush God. Don't doubt God. Don't misinterpret. Don't misinterpret the season you're in. A lot of people do that. You're like, are you praying about it? Don't misinterpret the season that you're in. Are you praying about it? Don't misinterpret the season that you're in. Are you praying about it? I can tell you right now, what feels slow in your life is not. It's not slow. It's perfect because God's time is perfect. It's going to happen right when God wants it to happen and right when you need it. The beautiful thing about God is you're never going to miss your mark. So those 3 words before I leave and get this week started, I'm going to try to drop a video every Wednesday as well. Those 3 words are perspective, faith, and suddenly. I'm meditating on those words. I hope you do too. I encourage you to. Love you guys so much. Thank you so much for watching. Please like and subscribe. Be blessed.